Westport, gateway to the Adirondacks. Welcome to Westport, a town of 1,300 people at the base of the Adirondack Mountains. It's the ideal place to sit back in a Westport chair, the original Adirondack chair, as you unwind and relax, gazing over beautiful Lake Champlain. This spectacular landscape is laden with outstanding natural features, rich culture, and diverse recreational activities. Westport serves as the northern gateway to the Adirondacks for the Lakes to Locks Passage, the historic waterway that links New York to Quebec. The geography of the Champlain Valley determines the lay of the land and the ways people use it. Just over 1 billion years ago, the ocean lapped the shoreline here. Since then, the power of ice, heat, erosion, and pressure have formed some of the world's oldest rocks, which lie beneath the Adirondacks and the western edge of the Champlain Valley. This landscape has shaped Westport's past and present. The area around Lake Champlain's Northwest Bay was first surveyed in 1764 by William Gilliland and named Bessborough. 20 years later, Major Hezekiah Barber and his wife Huldah Frisbee Barber made the first permanent settlement in Westport, and their direct descendants still reside in the town. One of the industries in the area, the Westport Waterworks, was chartered in 1891 by Thomas Lee to take advantage of Westport's natural resources. The mountain spring that the waterworks was built on is still the water supply to the village. Its waters were once bottled and served at the White House for President Theodore Roosevelt, whose first wife had relatives in the village. The hamlet of Wadhams, part of the township of Westport, also owes its existence to the landscape. At this spot, the Boquet River drops almost 50 feet over a beautiful cascading waterfall. In 1823, General Luman Wadhams purchased land around the falls to build a gristmill and sawmill. Water power drove many industries here over the years, and even today provides hydropower to the hamlet from a power plant built in 1904. Historically, Northwest Bay provided a safe haven for lake boats of all kinds, including steamboats, canal boats, and ferries to Vermont. Thus, Westport became a transportation hub linking the bay to a toll road leading to interior communities of the Adirondacks. In the steamboat era, Westport was the home port of the side-wheeler Ticonderoga, which carried cargo and passengers between Plattsburgh, Burlington, Vermont, and intermediate stops until 1953. In 1875, the railroad came to Westport, providing a third link in the transportation nexus. At the time, Westport's visionary citizen Alice Lee had the foresight to demand that the railroad tracks be laid inland, saving the town's access to the lakeshore. Over the years, trains, trucks, and automobiles spelled the end of waterborne commerce. But Westport's unimpeded waterfront meant that Lake Champlain would become a recreational asset, attracting summer and winter visitors. Even families with small children or old knees can enjoy the thrill of a summit hike. Split Rock Mountain rises sharply from the waters of Lake Champlain between Essex and Westport. Here, a dramatic stretch of the New York State Forest Preserve tempted iron speculators and quarrymen to try their luck. Both failed. You will find old logging roads crisscrossing the tract. Coon Mountain is another craggier knob of bedrock, cut in half by faulting and erosion. The Champlain Area Trails Network maintains a trail that climbs 500 feet through Climax Forest, past a vernal pool, to an overlook that encompasses Lake Champlain, a patchwork of farmlands, and the high peaks. The fields beneath Coon Mountain are farmed today as successfully as they were over 100 years ago, despite harsh Adirondack winters and a short growing season. The county fair is a highlight of the summer, featuring products made by Essex County farmers, whose locally grown produce is a mainstay of local farmers' markets. The Adirondack landscape has always attracted artists, and it's no surprise that the arts flourish in Westport today. Summer concerts at Ballard Park and the Depot Theatre attract visitors from throughout the region. For generations, painters, poets, and photographers have taken inspiration from the stunning landscape found in Westport. The annual Spirit of Place art show begins in mid-July with a self-guided tour for you to watch the artists at work out in open spaces. At the end of the summer, a silent auction of the artists' works is hosted at the Heritage House. The town of Westport, nestled at the base of the Adirondack Mountains, is a community rich in history and robust in the present. Once a crossroad of commerce and industry, today Westport is a hub for arts and recreation. Far enough from the hustle and bustle of daily life, but within a day's drive from large cities, Westport offers an escape into quaint, tranquil beauty that can only be found in this unique niche of pastoral life. Simply the good life lives today in Westport.